And joining me now is co-founder and CEO of the Hispanic Construction Council, George Carrillo. George, big welcome to you. I'm curious to your reaction to this quick turnaround and what might have prompted the reversal.
You know, to be honest with you, I don't know. We don't have that level of communication within the administration. I think what we all want to be able to see is we want to be able to see safe communities. And I think everybody has agreed, you know, that we needed to secure the border, that we want criminals out of the country. But we also need to recognize that we need to stabilize the workforce. And agriculture, just like manufacturing and construction with what I represent, are critical components to the U.S. economy. And that's what we want to continue having a conversation. We need to continue this conversation outside of enforcement, but looking at how do we stabilize the workforce.
And there's a headline in the LA Times, George, and it reads, Altadena ICE raid highlights fears that roundups will stymie rebuilding efforts. So what has been the impact on the construction industry, particularly in Southern California, with all the rebuilding underway after the devastating Eaton and Palisades fires in January? And how much of the industry relies on day laborers, and have ICE raids just scared off potential workers? I imagine this also extends beyond Southern California.
Yes, absolutely. You know, the critical component here to be able to understand is that in construction, we're about 500,000 workers short nationwide. The Hispanic community on the labor, the people that you see that are paving our roads, building our homes, that labor, that hard labor, that accounts for 50% of Hispanics participation. That's about 4.3 million Hispanics. Now, out of that, we calculate about somewhere between 700 and 1 million workers that are undocumented immigrants in the construction industry. So what does that translate to now? Well, we're seeing a cool-off period right now in construction. Year over year, when we're thinking about multifamily housing projects, that's down nearly almost 30%. When we think about new home development and permits, that's down year over year about 2.5%. So there is this cooling off period. Developers and consumers need to feel confident that if we are going to start building this, if we're going to start investing in the critical infrastructure that we need, like in Southern California, that there is going to be a workforce. And I believe that some of this cooling off period has to deal with the fact that we do not have a stable workforce in the construction industry right now.
Earlier this week, as you know, the LA Dodgers made headlines for blocking federal immigration agents from entering their stadium. Now, the LA Times reports the team is committing $1 million to families affected by the ICE raids, and they'll also announce some further initiatives in the coming days. What is your take on the growing community support for LA residents, and do you expect others with deep pockets to do the same?
That's what one would hope. You know, we want to be able to see our community. You know, what makes America great is our immigrants. We are a country of immigrants. And just like in Southern California, there are many Hispanic Americans that live there, many that are tied to family members. We never forget where we came from. We come from a very rich heritage, just like for myself. I'm an American citizen. I was born here. I'm a former U.S. Marine and also a sheriff deputy, but I never forgot where I came from. I never forgot where my family came from and what it means to be Latino, Hispanic, or the roots of where my family left to leave everything in order to come and get the American dream. And we just are asking, you know, Congress and the president to look at that. What makes America great is our immigrant workforce. We need to find a pathway, which we have already proposed, which is building America stronger, very specific into the construction industry, to allow these workers to be able to stay. They'll pay a restitution, take the $50 billion that we estimate in new tax revenue, and reinvest that into the Workforce Development Act, which is housed by the Labor Department, so that way we can grow the future of our workforce.
George, I didn't know you were a former Marine, and I thank you for your service to this country. Can I just ask you your thoughts on the 700 Marines from 29 Palms out there around the Palm Springs Desert now being deployed in downtown LA?
Sure. You know, my heart has always been with, you know, my fellow brothers and sisters in the Marine Corps. I know that they're faced with some very difficult orders that are being placed on them. We have to remember, we have to be able to support them because they are being mandated, and what makes us excellent at what we do is that we always obey our orders, and we can't turn our backs on them and recognize the fact that they're placed between a rock and a hard place. And for many of them, I've seen many of them out there. They are Hispanics, and they're doing what our country is asking them to do.